Hello guys, welcome to the Alrazda channel. In this episode, I will explain the storyline of the series SwallowedStar episode 157. In the previous episode, we saw the end of the dangerous adventure in Devil Mountain to find Bolin. And now, Luo Feng's new goal is to become a supervisory inspection envoy in the Qianwu kingdom, so that he can explore locations that he could not reach before. It must be done in order to find information about the insect race. To be able to become the intended inspection envoy, Luo Feng had until now fulfilled the first condition, which was winning the Primal Secret Realm qualification battle. So now Luo Feng only needed to make a breakthrough to the Domain Master level. Then what happened next? Okay, without further ado, we'll jump straight into the storyline. Before Luo Feng went to the Primal Secret Realm region, his master asked if Luo Feng really wanted to break through the Domain Master level and be sent to the Qianwu Universe Kingdom. Yes, Luo Feng said. The reason why he really wanted to be placed there was, of course, to find clues regarding the insect race, and becoming an inspection envoy would be a good choice for Luo Feng, who would be able to have quite high authority and be able to do many things. The master said that the outside world was not a safe place. It tended to be dangerous and could possibly be more terrifying when compared to the death traps in Devil Mountain. Nevertheless, Luo Feng would still try to become a member of the inspection because his home planet Earth belonged to the territory of the Qianwu Universe Kingdom, in which there was still the threat of danger from the insect brood nest that had yet to awaken. Whereas in the near future, Luo Feng only needed to make a breakthrough and then prepare for the possibility of a disaster coming to Earth. Touching the sakura tree that had Lian Luo's carving on it, the master smiled and then said that he greatly respected Luo Feng's decision, but he would not stay silent when his disciple's safety was threatened. It was said that once one gained access to enter the Primal Secret Realm, then they had the right to obtain an immortal-level strong warrior as their bodyguard, and the master had an acquaintance he trusted to guard Luo Feng. That person would be waiting in the Primal Secret Realm later. Around the lobby area of Yuxiang Mountain, Luo Feng, before leaving, said goodbye to Rongjun and Wuka, who had been Luo Feng's close friends for the past decades. On his journey, when entering the Primal Secret Realm region, Luo Feng was confronted with 136 massively orbiting planets. It seemed that the trajectory of their movement contained a certain power law that made the movement so fast. During that trip, Babata had searched for useful methods to control the insect brood nests collected from the databases in this region, and found some useful mental master techniques, but they required a minimum domain master level to be mastered. So the next thing Luo Feng had to do was focus on training, making the human body reach the required level. Luo Feng then landed his plane in a place known as the Wuchen continent. This floating plane was a gathering place for the elites of the virtual company. There were many beautiful palaces standing on the floating location. Right when he landed, Luo Feng received a simple welcome from a warrior trusted by the Emperor Zhen Yan to be Luo Feng's bodyguard named Dylan. In terms of seniority, it could be said that Luo Feng was Dylan's senior uncle, because Dylan was a disciple of one of Emperor Zhen Yan's disciples, guys. When Luo Feng looked closely at Dylan, he was immediately dizzy. But here Luo Feng discovered that Dylan was at least close to Immortal Marquis level, coupled with his extremely terrifying mental strength. Just by looking at his eyeballs, Luo Feng could feel the vibrations of the waves in his head, and such a strong person turned out to be his senior. From here on, Dylan would become Luo Feng's personal bodyguard in the future. Dylan here had heard that Luo Feng intended to break through to the Domain Master level and leave for the outside world. It was appropriate in his opinion, because in this place, Luo Feng could be faster to achieve that goal. Dylan explained that the 136 orbiting planets contained the law of power, namely the law of time and the law of space. If Luo Feng made the movement trajectory of the planets as a reference in his training, after understanding it, Luo Feng could certainly make a breakthrough in a short time. And without lingering, Luo Feng immediately did his training following the guidance given by Dylan. In the middle of his training, Luo Feng thought that once he reached the domain master level, he should go to the outside world. By doing so, he would have to waste many opportunities to become stronger in a short period of time in this region, considering that the resources in the outside world were not as abundant as in the primal secret realm. But of course, that did not make Luo Feng stop his intentions. Everything was done to keep the Earth safe. In the midst of his training, there was an explosion of energy from Luo Feng's body. In his sea of consciousness, 9 stars rotated at the core of a large star, then merged with each other and transformed into a black ball into a black hole as his new core. Well, it shows that Luo Feng has now successfully broken through the domain master level. Thus, he had successfully fulfilled the second requirement. Conducting an examination, the examiner confirmed that Luo Feng's DNA showed that he had indeed reached the domain master level. So according to the original agreement, Luo Feng would then be sent to his hometown in the Qianwu Universe Kingdom and accept the position as a supervisory envoy and special inspection.
担任监察特使，规定将派遣您到您的家乡前无宇宙。
After exiting and moving away from the primal secret realm region, Dylan announced that they could now quickly teleport to God Country Transmission before heading to the Qianwu Universe Kingdom. Regarding God Country Transmission, Luo Feng had heard of it before. He said it was a place filled with many wonders, so Luo Feng couldn't wait to see it. Dylan then arranged for Luo Feng's automaton ship to teleport to God Country Transmission. When entering the magical place, Luo Feng was impressed. He could see that there was a large building floating on the water, but it was not too clear to see because it was filled with golden sparkles.
真壮观。
Shortly after stopping at that place, Luo Feng was immediately sent back towards the Qianwu Universe Kingdom. The journey took a very short time. After reaching this place, Luo Feng now only needed to travel 12 days before finally arriving at the Dragon Star planet, the planet in the universe that Luo Feng first visited. Luo Feng was amazed at how fast space travel was this time. Luo Feng asked why Dylan didn't just teleport to Dragon Star planet. Dylan said that God Country Transmission was in the gaps of space, and they had to determine the target destination first before they could create a teleportation hole. The Immortal Warrior's own powers were unique, and Dylan had pretty accurate positioning skills. The reason why he did not directly teleport to the Dragon Star planet was because if he teleported where many eyes could see him, then the existence of the God Country Transmission could be revealed. It would be very dangerous if it were discovered by creatures with evil motives. It turns out that there are many calculations, just for teleporting. Beyond that, Luo Feng thought that he still had a lot of things to do before the inauguration time as an official. Right when Luo Feng entered the Dragon Star space station and went to the Universe Bank, he opened the last balance of Huyanbo's inheritance, which amounted to 3.12 million Huan Yuan. It was a huge amount and made Luo Feng extremely happy after receiving it.
胡元博老师留下的财产，这5万之多，都购买好了。
With the inheritance money Luo Feng got, Luo Feng would first use it to upgrade Yunmo's spaceship and rattan-rubbed cloud. The story goes that after upgrading by feeding expensive food, Luo Feng's rattan-rubbed cloud stalks were now twice as much as before. The plant was now stronger when compared to an ordinary rattan-rubbed cloud at the domain master level. Although in the future, to be able to develop the plant would definitely be much more difficult, especially if Luo Feng want to upgrade it to the immortal level. But for now, it didn't matter to Luo Feng. As for the Yunmo spaceship that looked like an old airplane, Luo Feng took it to the Universe Workshop for repairs. There are 3 stages to this. First, the outer body service, where the mechanics there repaired the dented body. Luo Feng also modified the Yunmo spaceship, giving it the same color as Luo Feng's characteristic red armor color gradation. Then the second stage, internal performance enhancement, Babata tunes up the Yunmo spaceship's speed, power, performance, and weaponry. And now the speed of the Yunmo ship is at Mach 50, or 50 times the speed of light. And as a finishing touch, the formation of a secret pattern that was implanted around the outer wall of the ship as protection from the outside. The repair process was finally completed and cost almost 320,000 Huan Yuan. Well, but that's okay. After all, the Yunmo spaceship was the legacy left behind by Hu Yanbo and fought for by Babata. For Babata to be able to return to a place she recognized was a very precious thing. Not long after, Luo Feng received a call from his first alien friend, Gao Sheng, who had reserved a private room for Luo Feng to stay in, the place where the two of them had met in the past. Moving on to a restaurant in Dragonstar. This was Luo Feng's first meal with Gao Sheng. There, Luo Feng met Hong and Ji Qing, who were holding hands. Hong asked why Luo Feng came back to that place. Since the story was quite long, they went to the VIP restaurant room that Gao Sheng had prepared earlier. In short, Luo Feng told Hong that he came back because he was related to the matter of the insect race and the traders of the virtual company. Beyond that, aside from asking how Hong was doing, Luo Feng also noticed that his brother seemed to have an unusual relationship with the lady next to him. Hong told him that he had expressed his feelings for Ji Qing, who he now called Qing Ting to make her look cute. Well, since the two of them were already in a relationship, Luo Feng thought of calling Ji Qing a sister-in-law. In the middle of the conversation, a woman appeared who forced her way into the VIP room, and her arrival is to meet Ji Qing carrying a message if the head of the Ji family, aka Ji Tiankang, has given instructions to her. Making a virtual call, the intended Ji Tiankang appeared and immediately got angry with Ji Qing, saying that the man he was with, aka Hong, was just a man with ordinary talent. His background was unknown, so Hong was considered unfit for Ji Qing. If Ji Qing stubbornly stays with Hong, then this woman will threaten Hong a lesson next.
到时候可别怪我，根本配不上你。你要直面我，手下不留。
Before Hong could speak, Ji Qing stopped him, saying that Hong would be safe if Ji Qing got back together with Ji Tiankang. Crazy, even though they're over 100 years old, they're already dating like young people. In order for Hong not to be hurt, Ji Qing also obeyed Ji Tiankang's words to return immediately, but that doesn't mean the relationship between the two of them ended here, guys. Unclear women suddenly came to disturb the dating people.
卿殿下，请吧。
太瞧不起人了。
Besides that, what Luo Feng wanted to ask was who exactly this Ji Tiankang was. Dylan explained that she was the ancestor of the Ji family, one of the rulers of the top 5 universe countries. In addition, she was also the department head of the Qianwu branch virtual universe company in the armaments division. The Qianwu branch of the virtual universe company itself was divided into 2 divisional departments, which were the trade business division and the armament division. They were responsible for the military reserves and economic development of a universe country. Even the emperor of an empire would not dare to look down on these people. They did have high authority, making them arrogant. However, Luo Feng, the supervising envoy, was equal to the 2 division department heads. Even Luo Feng could also determine what their fate would be in the future. Of course, they would be wary of Luo Feng being stationed there. Luo Feng could have helped Hong's romance problem, but unfortunately, Hong chose to refuse because this was a problem that Hong had to face sooner or later. Elsewhere, Ji Tiankang had a meeting with the Golden Feather Marquis, aka the Minister of Commerce, discussing Luo Feng, the Emperor's disciple Zhen Yan, who is highly valued by virtual companies, who will soon become a supervisor who will monitor their work. It's a pity that they don't know who the boss is. So that's the explanation of SwallowedStar in episode 157 this time, guys. Okay, thanks to those of you who have watched until the end. And don't forget to support us by subscribe, like, and comment. Final word from me. Bye.